Hey friends, it's Mr. Stanley. How are you today? It's Tuesday, terrific Tuesday, April 21st, 2020. So we have kind of a cloudy day today for our weather. It's 40 degrees, 45-ish, but it's going to get cooler as the day goes on. So I don't think there's any rain, but that's never stopped us before. That's April in Northeast Ohio. That's what we do. So we will keep going on with going on. So today we have our agenda. We're going to start off with a little library. So go to Mrs. Lyons Media webpage or her library webpage or for Google Classroom and check it out. Make sure she gives you what you need. So we also have a lesson from Mrs. Gilliland that's posted in your Google Classroom. It's under the topic, I think it's counseling lessons with Mrs. Gilliland. So check that out for today. She has a series of slides for you. So open up the Google Slides, check it out. Today for Language Arts is more of the same of yesterday. So today I have a few Zoom meetings with about half the class. And we are watching videos from yesterday. It was from Mrs. Chaluka. Today's from Miss Mitchell, and they're reading folk tales or fairy tales from around the globe. So in your Epic in your Epic Classroom, there is in your mailbox, there is a collection of folk tales called Folk Tales and Fairy Tales from Around the World. Check out those books. Those books are specifically put in there because they are tales from other countries that have things about their culture that are different than ours. So you can now kind of see the connection between our reading and our writing. So yesterday, Mrs. Chaluka read one to you and showed you how to fill out a chart, thinking about what the lesson is and what does it teach us about their culture. So those are kind of like the two big questions. So today, Miss Mitchell's going to do the same. And I've also given you another sheet. So you get one more sheet to turn in with reading a book, figuring out what the lesson is or lessons, and then what do we learn or what did you learn about that culture? So it's very easy, even though there's, 15 rows of information, you don't need to fill out all 15. But if you find more than one, you can put one in each box, kind of like Miss Chaluka did. And you'll see Miss Mitchell do that today as well. So that's reading for today. That should take up your entire language arts time, if not just a little bit more. If you didn't do it yesterday, turn one in today. Just let me see what you're doing. Let me see how you did. And I'll ask you and talk with you about that during our Zoom meetings today. For math is, there's no assignment for math today. I don't have anything for you to actually turn in to me. There is a lesson, however. It's just nothing that is assigned that you have to turn back to me. So the lesson starts with you taking a look at what it looks like an egg carton. So you can use a real egg carton if you have one laying around, left over from like Easter egg coloring or something like that. Or you can draw the Easter egg carton, which you'll see a picture of it in your slide. Or if you wanted to, you could even just draw it if you wanted to draw your egg carton. But it's thinking in that number of 12. So yesterday I had mentioned to you about using the ruler as 12 and then splitting up 12 that way as far as how many numbers of fractions. Today we're going to use egg cartons. So you can use like little pennies or coins or bingo chips to kind of look at what it looks like for a third of a dozen or a half of a dozen or a sixth of a dozen, if you could even do such a thing. So those are the things for language arts. For math today, for Writer's Workshop. All we have to do today is revise. So revise. If you've turned in a rough draft, I'll get to your rough draft and I'll put some comments on it, return it to you so that you can continue to make corrections. Today we have some Zooms. And that's about it. So make sure you have a terrific Tuesday, and we will see you tomorrow.